Craig from Buckeye Surf Snow, and I'd like to show you some features to look for when you're choosing a beginner snowboard. The first feature I'd like to talk to you about is camber. Traditionally, boards were designed with a positive camber. If you were to set them down on the ground, they would touch the ground here and here and have an arc through the middle. That gives the board a little bit more pop. It also gives you some more speed. However, it makes it more difficult to ride, so that's not really what you're looking for in a beginner board. At one point, positive camber boards were your only option. However, recently, within the last couple of years, Birdneff came out with a reverse camber board. If you look at it, it's fairly flat through the middle, it lifts up on the tip and tail. It's going to make the board real easy to ride. You're going to be a lot less likely to catch edges on the board. So, as we talked about, this board's great for beginners, but some of these traits that it has will also carry over into the park. The looser feel will make the board great for jibbing, and the shape of it is going to make it good for pressing as well. Okay, the next feature I'd like to show you is what Burton called cruise control. With this, the board's width is tapered a little bit from tip to tail. Also, towards the ends of the board, it's kind of difficult to see, but the edges are lifted up a little bit, and that helps you initiate turns. In addition to all these features we've talked about, Burton boards are made with a wood core. Some other cheaper brands might be made with a foam core with some layers of fiberglass, but it's just not as effective as the wood core because these boards are going to hold their shape and last a lot longer. They're pre-flex, so they're not going to wear out over time. The last board feature that I'd like to talk to you about before we get into bindings is the width of the board. Most of the boards that we carry are fairly standard in width. However, this board, for example, is a bullet wide. The wide board just allows it to accommodate people with bigger feet. They suggest about a 10 plus size foot that you're getting into a wider board, and that allows less toe drag. The last area I'd like to talk about when selecting a board is to choose the right size for the rider. A lot of people are going to say, oh, you need to choose it based on length and height of the rider, and they're going to measure it to your nose or something, where that's not accurate. All these boards come with a weight chart, and it's really good to go by weight when selecting a board. They give you a really big range. This one, for example, is a 158, and they're suggesting it's from 145 to 170 pounds. Now, it's a big range, but as you get more experience, you're going to know what you're looking for. If you're a park rider, you might be looking for a shorter board that's more maneuverable. If you're mostly a free rider, you're going to be looking for something that's longer, give you a little bit more speed. Alright, now it's time to talk about bindings. I'll start off by showing you Burton's entry-level binding, which is the freestyle. And I'll show you some of the features as well. It has a full polycarbonate base, which is designed to flex as opposed to bend. The binding straps are also really soft, so that's going to be comfortable when you're riding, and it gives you the flex that you need to ride as well. It has this toe strap here, which you can use traditionally as a normal strap, which goes over the top of your foot, or you can adjust it forward and use it as a toe cap, which really pulls your foot into the back of the binding. Okay, when you move up to a higher end binding, you're getting a more supportive high back. You're also getting a fully designated toe cap, which is going to make for a lot better toe hold. And you're also getting a fully padded base plate, which eliminates the buildup of snow, and it also makes it softer for landings. Okay, the last thing we're going to touch on is boots. These boots here have 3 different lace systems. This one has a traditional lace. This one has a speed dial. You just twist the dial and it's going to tighten up all the laces together. And this one has a speed zone system. You can pull the 2 laces on either side. One tightens up the top and one the bottom, so you can ride with the bottom a little looser or whatever you want, really. These boots also have different level of support. Usually a beginner is going to want something with a little less support because it's more flexible and kind of easier to ride with. Okay, so we've gone over a lot of the features in a beginner snowboard package. Hope this video has been helpful in your selection. And check out our website at buckeyesurf.com if you're looking for any further information, or contact us if you have any questions.